Pain isn't your enemy. It's your greatest ally disguised as a storm. Most people run from pain thinking it's there to destroy them, but pain has never been the destroyer. It's the developer. The very thing you keep avoiding is the thing designed to awaken your strength. Every time life hits you, it's not to knock you out, it's to wake you up. Pain pushes you to places comfort never will. Comfort makes you stagnant. Pain forces you to grow. It stretches you, humbles you, and shows you what you're really made of when there's no applause, no help, and no easy way out. When you start to see pain differently, you stop complaining about it and start converting it. You stop saying, why me, and start saying, try me. Because deep down you realize every ounce of struggle is shaping your foundation. Every disappointment is refining your focus. Every delay is strengthening your discipline. You can't build endurance without pressure. You can't discover your power until life demands it from you. Pain doesn't weaken your potential, it reveals it. When everything feels heavy, when the weight feels unbearable, that's not the signal to quit. That's the signal you're being transformed. Look at nature. A seed must break before it grows. The shell must crack for the tree to rise. Diamonds are formed under pressure. Gold is purified by fire. Why should your process be any different? The reason it hurts is because something valuable is being formed inside you. Pain is the evidence that change is happening. It's the sign that you're evolving from who you were and who you were meant to be. That's why those who endure pain with purpose always come out stronger, wiser, and sharper than before. When you embrace pain instead of escaping it, you reclaim your power. The moment you stop letting pain control you and start using it to fuel your fight, everything changes. Pain gives you clarity. It strips away distractions and reveals what truly matters. It teaches you to appreciate peace, value growth, and recognize your strength. Every scar becomes a story of survival. Every wound becomes wisdom, and every trial becomes testimony. Real power doesn't come from avoiding hardship. It comes from walking through it and refusing to bow down to it. Pain builds emotional armor, spiritual strength, and mental toughness. It teaches you to push past fear, silence doubt, and move even when it hurts. So when pain shows up, don't run. Stand in it, feel it, learn from it. Let it fuel your passion and deepen your purpose. Because pain is not there to break you. It's there to build you into something stronger than pain itself. Greatness doesn't come from what's easy. It's born out of resistance. Every time you push against pressure, you grow. Just like a muscle needs weight to get stronger, your spirit needs struggle to evolve. If you lift nothing, you build nothing. The same is true in life. The moments that test you the most are the ones that shape you the most. Resistance is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign that growth is happening. Every challenge you face is a workout for your willpower, a test for your mindset, a chance to build the version of you capable of carrying greatness. You can't gain strength by avoiding the struggle. The people who reach greatness are not the ones who had it easy. They're the ones who refuse to back down when life got hard. Every obstacle you overcome adds another layer to your strength. Every no you hear teaches you persistence. Every failure sharpens your focus. Every delay builds your discipline. You don't grow when things go right. You grow when you fight through what goes wrong. Resistance is the grind that forges character. Without resistance, there's no refinement, no progress, no breakthrough. The truth is resistance hurts. It stretches you beyond what you think you can handle. But that's exactly how greatness is born. Through the grind that others quit in. The road to success will always push you to your limits. You'll feel the pressure, the frustration, the exhaustion. But those moments aren't there to break you. They're there to prove how bad you want it. When you can keep moving through resistance, when you can stay focused while everything around you tries to distract you, that's when you start to transform. That's when potential becomes power. Think about it. No champion ever became great by avoiding the grind. No leader was built in comfort. Greatness requires you to get uncomfortable, to face the resistance head on, and to keep going even when you're not sure how. It's in those moments of pressure where character is tested and strength is built. The grind develops patience, the struggle builds humility, and the resistance teaches perseverance. You become sharper, tougher, more focused, not because it was easy, but because you refused to quit when it was hard. So when resistance shows up, don't complain, lean into it. Every push, every setback, every hard season is preparing you for something greater. The grind is not punishment, it's preparation. Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It's built rep by rep, choice by choice, battle by battle. The more you resist giving up, the closer you get to becoming everything you were created to be. When life gets hard, it's easy to think you're being punished, that maybe you did something wrong, that the universe or God has turned against you. But that's not the truth. The truth is, pain is preparation. The tough seasons you face aren't meant to destroy you. They're meant to develop you. Every difficult moment is training you for the blessing you've been asking for. You prayed for strength, so life gave you struggle. You prayed for patience, so life gave you waiting. You prayed for success, So life gave you challenges to see if you could handle what you're asking for. That's not preparation. The pressure you're under right now is producing something powerful. Every setback, every disappointment, every closed door is shaping the version of you that can carry greatness. You can't skip the process and still expect the prize. The pain you feel today is building the endurance you'll need tomorrow. It's teaching you how to stand when everything around you is shaking. It's teaching you how to keep faith when nothing makes sense. It's preparing you to handle the weight of your purpose, because purpose comes with pressure, and not everyone can carry that. Pain is the classroom where discipline is learned. It teaches you how to show up when you don't feel like it, how to fight when the odds aren't in your favor, how to stay focused when everything is trying to distract you. It sharpens your perspective and reminds you that nothing worth having comes without cost. Every sleepless night, every tear, every lonely battle is building a new level of resilience in you. You're not losing, you're learning. You're not breaking, you're being built. Preparation doesn't always feel good, but it always produces growth. Look back at your life. The moments that once felt unbearable are the same ones that made you stronger, wiser, and more grounded. You wouldn't have the mindset you have today if it weren't for the pain that molded it. Those trials conditioned you to stay calm under pressure, to think bigger, to trust deeper. That's what pain does. It refines you, not ruins you. It strips away weakness and exposes your strength. So stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what is this preparing me for? Because pain doesn't come to punish you. It comes to position you. It's shaping you for the next level, for the blessing that requires a stronger version of you. The fire you're walking through now is not your finish line. It's your foundation. When it's over, you won't just survive it. You'll stand on it. Pain becomes powerful when you learn how to use it. Too many people waste their pain by complaining about it, by letting it drain their energy instead of directing it. But the truth is, pain is raw fuel. It burns, but it can also build. You can let it consume you, or you can let it charge you. The choice is always yours. Every setback can either become a reason to quit or a reason to rise. Every heartbreak, every loss, every rejection carries energy. And when you learn to channel that energy, you turn pain into performance. Champions don't escape pain. They convert it. They take the things that should have broken them and use them as motivation to break barriers. They don't waste tears. They water their growth with them. They don't hide their scars. They wear them as proof that they survived what others couldn't. Every sleepless night becomes an extra hour of strategy. Every failure becomes feedback. Every no becomes a reason to push harder for the yes. That's the mindset that separates winners from the weak. It's not about what they went through. It's about how they used it. When you learn to work your pain, you begin to see every obstacle differently. You stop asking, why me? And start asking, what now? You stop feeling sorry for yourself and start using your story as strength. Pain gives you perspective. It teaches you urgency, focus, and hunger. It reminds you that life doesn't owe you comfort. You earn everything through consistency and courage. Pain strips away excuses and forces you to act. When you take that pain and put it into your grind, your work becomes different, sharper, deeper, more meaningful. Think about the greatest athletes, artists, and leaders. They didn't rise because life was easy. They rose because pain pushed them to perform. They used rejection as rocket fuel. They turned struggle into strategy. They performed their best when life hit them the hardest. You can do the same. Don't run from what hurts, run with it. Let it push you to train harder, work longer, and focus deeper. Let every disappointment remind you what you're fighting for. Pain is powerful only when it's processed with purpose. You can let it define you or drive you. You can let it break you or build you. When you take your pain and pour it into your craft, your mission, your growth, that's when you unlock real greatness. Because pain doesn't stop progress. It sparks it. And when you master that, pain becomes your performance. Easy never builds anything worth keeping. It feels good in the moment, but it fades fast. Anything easy won't last, and anything that lasts won't be easy. The truth is, real power is born in pressure. You can't build something solid on soft ground. You can't develop strength in comfort. Every strong person, every success story, every champion has one thing in common. They went through something hard and didn't quit. The struggle didn't break them, it built them. The pain they faced became the foundation they now stand on. Easy produces comfort, but comfort kills growth. When things are easy, you stop stretching, you stop learning, you stop grinding. But when life gets hard, when it tests your patience, when it hurts to keep going, that's when the transformation happens. Difficulty is the gym for your character. It forces you to confront your limits, to dig deep, to fight through fear and fatigue. Every time you push past what's easy, you add another layer of strength to your soul. That's why the people who survive the hardest battles often become the most powerful, because they've been tempered by struggle. When everything falls apart, that's not the end. That's the beginning of something real. Pressure doesn't destroy diamonds, it creates them. Fire doesn't ruin gold, it refines it. The same principle applies to you. The more intense the process, the purer the power. Every heartbreak, every failure, every setback is shaping you into something unshakable. Easy might look appealing, but it doesn't teach you resilience. Pain does. Pain forces you to grow roots when the wind tries to blow you over. It forces you to build discipline when motivation disappears. You don't find greatness in comfort zones. You find it in the trenches, in the long nights, the lonely grinds, the moments when quitting feels easier than continuing. That's where real growth happens. The harder it gets, the closer you are to something extraordinary. Most people give up right before their breakthrough because they confuse difficulty with defeat. But the struggle isn't there to stop you. It's there to strengthen you. Every test you pass adds weight to your wisdom and fire to your focus. So stop wishing for easy. Easy won't fulfill you, and it won't make you powerful. The path to lasting success is paved with pressure, persistence, and pain. Every battle you survive gives you something unshakable: experience, strength, and faith. The struggle you survive becomes the platform you stand on, the proof that pain doesn't end you. It elevates you. Suffering isn't what stops people, it's what shapes them. Everyone feels pain, but not everyone knows how to suffer the right way. Winners don't escape pain, they endure it and keep moving. They suffer forward. They understand that every step taken through the storm is a step closer to strength. The difference between the broken and the unstoppable isn't the amount of pain they feel. It's what they do with it. When you decide to advance through the struggle instead of running from it, you turn suffering into strategy. You start building power instead of pity. Most people wait for the pain to pass before they take action. But real growth happens while you're still bleeding, while it still hurts, while everything in you wants to quit. That's what separates the average from the elite. The ones who rise don't wait for comfort. They move in chaos. They use the pressure, the heartbreak, the exhaustion as motivation to keep climbing. When you learn to suffer forward, you stop seeing pain as an obstacle and start seeing it as an opening, a doorway to your next level. Suffering forward means choosing progress over pity. It means using every scar as a reminder that you've survived worse and still made it here. It means refusing to let pain paralyze you. You take the same energy that could break you and redirect it into becoming better. Every time you keep going through the pain, you build layers of resilience. Your mindset hardens. Your focus sharpens. You stop fearing what hurts because you realize pain can't stop you when you decide to move through it. Every champion has learned this truth: pain never disappears, but it does evolve. It turns into wisdom, strength, and fuel. What once felt unbearable becomes the foundation of your endurance. Every sleepless night, every silent battle, every tear you refuse to let define you. That's what makes you unbreakable. Because once you've been rebuilt stronger, the same pain that used to destroy you can't touch you anymore. You've already seen the worst and you kept walking. That's real power. Suffering forward isn't easy, but it's necessary. Growth demands discomfort. Change demands challenge. You can't become unstoppable by standing still. You got to move through the fire, through the fatigue, through the fear, and keep moving anyway. When you stop avoiding pain and start advancing through it, you build momentum that nothing can take away. You become a force that doesn't flinch, doesn't fold, and doesn't fear. Because once you've suffered forward, you realize nothing can break what's already been rebuilt stronger.